Hey, what's up, Gangalicious? I'm coming back at you with another fucking video on the Space Laces crunch method again. So, in this part 2, I want to break down the sound that you just heard, and it's actually a free rack that I'm dropping for this video. It's exclusive. Links in the description. Go check it out if you don't want to buy it. Whatever, you know what I mean. If you're feeling lazy, the link's in the description. But I would appreciate to help out my situation at the moment. We're in a rough fucking situation. I'm not gonna lie. But if you want to help me out, I have links in the description for my samples, which are all 50% off on sale and 25% off on top of that if you refer your friend to the pack. So you could just refer it to yourself, I guess, and get the cheeky little discount. But enough said, let's get into this. So, let me break down what we have first here, okay? So this is what we have. As you can see, it's very dry sounding. It's literally just warbly noise at this point. But we're going to make that better, okay? So, first of all, let's break down how I made this. So, under the noise tab, we have broken filter. I was going to use vintage noise. Vinyl dirt salt, but I found this has more stone kind of texture, more like just more low end, and just a lot more movement going on. Here we have the rate, which is where it should normally be, which is also being controlled by this macro. Well, I'll showcase these macros later. And we have the amount on 40%, because if we go higher than any higher than 40%, the automation, the LFO automation, is not going to sweep through and assign smoothly. So we put it at 40% just to achieve that slowness. It may also work at 50%, but for the speed, we can just, turn the rate up. We don't need to do any more. But yeah, this is literally just a sound. If you go in the Matrix, I'm only automating 2 things, and that's because I was trying something with this, but I scrapped it. But in oscillator 1, I'm literally just automating the position, the wavetable position of this broken filter. It's at 100% here, so you're getting all that movement. And yeah, let's move on. So this is the processing. What's getting the main crunch is this redux. Just kind of getting that crunch signal, I guess. And then we have a snap heap on this. And what this snap heap is doing, there's quite a lot of macros that you can mess with. I'm trying to work on like automating each, mapping each of these macros to the Ableton macros, but I'll have to figure out an alternative way to do that, because there's only 2 macros, as you can see here. So there is a nonlinear filter, and this nonlinear filter is just for extra high end, but also because if we turn this macro up, okay, yeah, so it should be this one. It's kind of distorting it a little bit more. And this is just mapped to the color. This is if you just want a different tonality. And this is mapped to a resonator, which, again, more like different tones. But I just have it all down to the default settings. And then this macro is just for the pitch of the... But yeah, all the way down, because we don't want to mess with the settings. After that, we have 2 OTTs, and that's how we're getting the crunch, basically. But to achieve like maximum crunch, of course, there's a lot more. We have 2 snap heaps, the final processing. This is literally just the same as that. I'm pretty sure the same as this. It's just a copy. And this here, like, let's look. Yeah, it's just a copy, okay? And oh, I forgot to mention, saturator, 14% on drive, mix on 100%, distortion, 6 drive, 60 decibels of drive, DC filter left on, of course, It's gonna look if I had the DC filter off on this filter, but it's non-linear. But there's a little bit of bias, not too much. Mix on 50% and the spread on 21%, which is giving the crunched like width. On this second one, I have another distortion. I think it's the final distortion. This is just the extra width. I have the spread up at 60%. Yeah, 60%, and then the bias 67%. And the mix is down to 45. 54. My bad. And then of course the drive is the same as the other one. So that's basically the whole sound. Let me show you these knobs though. So first of all, we have the crunch. This is like just a crunch meter, and what this is mapped by is by the OTT dry wet, the amount. And if you mess with it, you get different kind of crunches, like more subtle ones, less distorted ones. I like it nice and distorted and like filthy, I guess. That's the crunch knob though. You can just adjust it to how you want. Maybe even like transition it upwards. Kind of like make it swell. You can use this for fills, by the way. This is very good. But we have second, the speed macro. This one's just controlling the spasticness of the LFO. This is more granulated because it's just moving slower. You get loads of different results with it if you just mess with it enough. But of course, I always have it on this setting, just perfect like that. And then we have, of course, last the odd knob. So what this is beam, and I have it on a preset Resonant Nexus. And what I'm doing here is mapping the macro to the macro. And this is just, I don't know. I don't know, just a little cheeky little thing. But yeah, that is the tutorial for today. I hope you enjoyed. It's a short one, but I don't know, I just felt like posting today. Anyways, I'll drop a link in the description, a Google Drive link for this rack if you want to get it for free. Please, if you can help out with my situation at all, purchase one of my sample packs. I appreciate it a lot. You get a lot of cool things in there, racks and FX and a lot of fucking cool stuff. Especially the expansion bundle, which is 50% off right now. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I myself enjoyed it as well. See you in the next one.